Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's episode of Crypto Espresso, I'm going to be breaking down everything that we covered in the morning coffee and crypto live stream. And in this video, I am going to be breaking down why I think that there are three scenarios that could play out on Ethereum over the next couple of days, followed by a major break to the upside and potentially above all-time high in the next 7 to 30 days on your favorite altcoin. We have a lot to talk about in today's video. If you find this video helpful, consider hitting that like button and subscribe to the channel if you would like to see more of our content, because we post every single day. But without much further ado, guys, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. All right, guys, so there are literally over 30 pieces of technical analysis that I went into in Coffee and Crypto this morning to come to the conclusion that I'm about to show you. But really quickly, I just want to show you the three scenarios that I think are likely to play out on Ethereum over the next couple of days. First and foremost, I need you to understand that Ethereum right now is in what is known as a symmetrical triangle pattern. You can see the uptrending level of support right here and the downtrending level of resistance right here. These two trend lines converge here on the 22nd of October, which is Friday. I think that we're going to see a breakout of Ethereum in some capacity by that day, since we are seeing things like volume and volatility decline as we are moving farther into this pattern. Now, there are three major scenarios that I think are likely here. Either one, Ethereum will break to the upside and move very quickly to $4,250, which I'll go ahead and draw as scenario one. That would make sense because this is currently a bull flag with a price target right there. Two, the second scenario is that Ethereum could break to the downside, breaking bearish out of this pattern, coming down to support around $3,625 and then bounce and rally all the way up to 4250, which I'll call scenario two. And then we have a third scenario where Ethereum could pull all the way back down to this longer-term uptrending level of support that's been in place since July, and then we could bounce and rally all the way back up to all-time high. Again, I'll call this scenario number three. So we have 1, 2, and 3. Of these three scenarios, I think that the second one is most likely. So my top numbers here are what I think is most likely. The second scenario I think is most likely. This third scenario I think is second most likely. And this first scenario I actually think is the least likely right now. Zooming in here, the one that I think is more likely, if I just go ahead and delete everything off of the chart, is that Ethereum is going to continue moving through this symmetrical triangle pattern that we can see right here, and then I think it's going to break to the downside and come back down to our flat level of support right here. We're going to break to the downside, come down to our support level, we're going to bounce and we're going to rally, and then sometime probably towards the end of this month, probably towards around Halloween, we will be breaking this downtrending level of resistance and rallying back up to all-time high that we can see is currently sitting at $4,400. That's what I think is going to happen. There are three major scenarios, but I think that one, the second one, is most likely. If you'd like to find out why I think that one is most likely, I went into excruciating detail in our hour-long show this morning. The long and short of it is this. The short-term technicals, i.e., the technical indicators that are giving us information for the next 1 to 7 days are quite bearish. The longer-term technicals from the next 7 to 30 days are quite bullish. On top of that, Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency market in general also seem to be a little bit bearish or boring, you might even say, for the next 7 days, but the next 30 to 45 days seem to be remarkably bullish. So because of that, I think we're going to see a small correction, followed by a bounce, followed by a rally, and a new all-time high, likely sometime in November, which is what we've been saying for the last month or so. I think we're going to be sitting close to it by the end of this month, but I'm not quite convinced that we're going to be there just yet. But I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. Is Ethereum about to have a massive rally, a break up to $4,400, the first scenario? Is it going to have a small correction and then have a big movement to the upside in a couple of weeks? Or do you think the third scenario, where we pull back down to $4,400, or excuse me, $3,400 first, and then bounce and rally all the way back up to all-time high towards later November, is more likely? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section down below. That's all I got for you today, guys. Before I go, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace. Oh!